from Excellence Educare. Today we will discuss class 9th science, physics, force and the laws of motion. Force and the laws of motion. So in the previous class we have already discussed force, laws of motion also. So what are the different types of forces? Force is of two types. First one is the balanced force, second one is the unbalanced force. So what is the balanced force? We have already discussed in the previous class. So balanced force is the net effect produced by a number of forces. If the net effect produced by a number of forces acting on an object is zero, then these forces are called balanced forces. Okay. So unbalanced forces, if the net effect, unbalanced forces are if the net effect produced by a number of forces acting on an object is non-zero, then these forces are called unbalanced forces. Unbalanced forces. Clear? So we have already discussed in the previous class. We have already discussed Newton's three laws of motion. Right? Newton's first law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, and then Newton's third law of motion. Okay. So Newton's first law of motion. What is Newton's first law of motion? Newton's first law of motion. Okay. Newton's first law of motion. It states that Newton's first law of motion. It states that an object will continue to remain in its state of rest or in a uniform motion along a straight line or path unless and until an external force is applied on it. Okay? So let us write. It states that an object will continue to remain in its state of rest, or in a uniform motion along a straight line or path, unless and until an external force acts on it. Clear? It means if an external force is not applied on an object, then the rest body will continue to remain at rest continuously. Will continue to remain at rest, and the moving body will continue to move in a straight line with uniform motion. Okay, clear? So this ability of the rest body to be at rest continuously, and this ability of the moving body to continue to move in a straight line with the uniform motion are called inertia. this ability of the rest body to continue at rest continuously, and the moving body, this ability of the moving body to move continuously in a straight line with uniform motion are called inertia. That means Newton's first law of motion relates to inertia. So Newton's first law of motion is also called law of inertia. We will discuss that question, important question. We will discuss about this question. Newton's first law of motion. Newton's first law of motion is also called law of inertia. Why? We will discuss, no problem. So that means Newton's first law of motion relates inertia. So what is inertia? Inertia means the unwillingness or inability of an object. The unwillingness and inability of an object to change in its state of rest or of a uniform motion along a straight line is called inertia. The unwillingness, let us write, the unwillingness or inability the unwillingness or inability of an object to change in its state of rest or of uniform motion along a straight line is called its inertia. It's called its inertia. Okay. The unwillingness. On the contrary, you can say the ability. On the contrary, you can say the ability of an object, the ability of a rest object, to be at rest continuously, and the ability of a moving object to remain continuously in a motion along a straight line is called inertia. It's called inertia. Ability of the rest body to be continue at rest, and the ability of a moving body to continue in a motion along a straight line is called inertia. That means the unwillingness or inability of an object to change its state of rest or of uniform motion along a straight line is called inertia. Clear? So, types of inertia. Next, types of inertia. Next is types of inertia. Okay. So first one is, so there are three types of inertia. First one is the inertia of rest, second one is the inertia of motion, and the third one is the inertia of direction. Okay. First one, inertia of rest. Second one, inertia of motion. Third one is inertia of direction. Okay. So inertia of rest. What is inertia of rest? The tendency of an object to oppose any change of rest of an object is called inertia of rest. Clear? Inertia of rest. Similarly, inertia of motion. It is the tendency of an object to oppose any change in state of motion of an object. First one is the inertia of rest. Inertia of rest means the tendency of an object, the tendency of an object to oppose any change in state of rest, any change, to oppose any change in state of rest is called inertia of rest. Inertia, second one, inertia of motion, the tendency of an object to oppose any change in state of motion is called inertia of motion. Clear? So third one is the inertia of direction. Inertia of direction means the tendency of an object. It is also the tendency of an object to oppose any change in the direction of an object. It's called inertia of direction. Okay? Inertia of direction. So these are the types of inertia. Clear? So next is an important question. Newton's. So first important question regarding Newton's first law of motion. First important question regarding Newton's first law of motion. Question what? Question is Newton's first law of motion is also called law of inertia. Why? Why? Clear? Newton's first law of motion is also called law of inertia. Why? According to Newton's first law of motion, a body at rest tries to be at rest continuously, and a body in motion continues to move in a straight line. Continues to move in a straight line in the absence of an external force. In the absence of an external force. That is, a body cannot change its state of rest or of uniform motion itself. Clear? This inability of the body is called inertia. So Newton's first law of motion is also called law of inertia. Clear? Second question, while standing in a bus we fall backward. We are the passengers, fall backward when the bus suddenly starts. Why? When the bus, answer is like this, when the bus suddenly starts, the lower part of our body, along the bus comes in motion, whereas the upper part, the rest part or upper part of our body tends to remain at rest due to inertia of rest. Okay? Due to inertia of rest, the upper parts of our body tends to remain at rest due to inertia of rest. So we fall backward when the bus suddenly starts. Clear? Clear? Okay. Next important question number 3. Question number 3. The passengers fall forward when a speeding bus stops suddenly. Why? The answer is, when the speeding bus stops suddenly, then the lower part of the body of the passenger along with the bus comes to rest. While upper part of the body tends to remain in motion due to inertia of motion. It remains in motion. Okay, so that the passenger will fall forward. Clear? Next, question number 4. Important question number 4. When a carpet is beaten with a stick, dust comes out of it. Explain. Clear? The answer is like this. When we beat the carpet with a stick, then the carpet comes into motion. While the dust particles tend to remain at rest due to inertia of rest. The dust particles tend to remain at rest. So the dust particles get detached from the carpet. Clear? This is the fourth important question. Okay, clear? So next is, so there are so many important questions regarding Newton's first law of motion. Okay, now Newton's second law of motion. Before knowing Newton's second law of motion, we have to know momentum. What is momentum? The quantitative motion of an object is called its momentum. Quantitative motion means, suppose a body is moving on the ground. Suppose a football is rolling on the ground. Means the football is rolling on the ground. The football is rolling on the ground, carrying how much mass? What is the mass of the football? The mass of the football into its velocity is called momentum. That is called quantitative motion of an object. The object is moving on the ground with a velocity, okay, with a velocity, and carrying how much quantity of mass. So that quantity of mass into the velocity of the body is called momentum. That is quantitative motion of an object is called momentum. So definition like the quantitative motion of an object is called its momentum. So let's see moment. The quantitative motion of an object is called its momentum. Okay, it's called its momentum. So so it is the product of what? Mass of the body into what? Velocity of the body. Right? So if an object moves, object of mass m, object of mass m moves with a velocity v, then mathematically the momentum is equal to what? P. The symbol momentum is represented by P. Mathematically the momentum P is equal to what? M into V. M into V means mass into velocity. M into V means what? Mass into velocity. Mass into velocity. This is the quantitative motion. Mass into velocity. Quantitative motion of the object. Mass into velocity. So momentum is the product of mass of the momentum of a body is the product of mass of the body into its velocity, in which the body moves. Okay. So mass into velocity. MV. Momentum. So unit of SI units of momentum. From this we can also calculate it. From this we can calculate what? The SI units of momentum. SI units of momentum. SI unit of momentum. SI units of momentum. SI. So we have already known that momentum means P, represented by P, is equal to mv, mass into velocity. Momentum is equal to mass into velocity. From this we can derive SI units of momentum. So SI unit of moment of what? So mass means that is kg. SI units of mass is kg into velocity means what? Meter per second. Kg meter per second, or we can write like this: kg into meter ms minus 1. Okay, ms to the power minus 1. Okay, kg meter per second or kg into m meter second to the power minus 1. Okay, this is the mass. This is the SI units of a momentum. Clear? So in the next class we will discuss Newton's second law of motion, Newton's third law of motion, some important questions regarding Newton's second law of motion and Newton's third law of motion, and also the law of conservation of momentum, etc. We will discuss. Okay. So dear students, if you got some advantages from my class, please like this video, share it, and subscribe my channel, and also press the bell icon and set it all. Okay, thanks.